like a relic of yesteryear when a rivalry is built on tainted water. But as these fans know, the Little Brown Jug history is a long one, and when it's on the line, everyone is thirsty for a sip of victory. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
With the catch, it's Taylor. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The give is to Taylor. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Golden Gophers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry-Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the Little Brown Jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then, a little, you're gonna fix the game, mess with my players, and I think all those things,
There he goes! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. You just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll ride the hot hand. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
and how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They're going to run it. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, he comes up with a huge first down.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He caught it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Man, oh man, and it's a play like that, a tackle by the linebacker that just galvanizes and energizes your entire team. I mean, the sideline even, David, they were going crazy after that hit.
Everybody goes nuts. And listen.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Smith. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. In the lore of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so bad.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but listen, it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little brown jug me.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. Off to the races to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Golden Gopher.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Underwood. The throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Wants to fire on second down. This time on target. Breaks the tackle. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbounds.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Golden Gophers will try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. He carried people, or he broke tackles, or his speed. And that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield. But you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It is so hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms, and he can jump. So what do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty, but that's just a size mismatch, and the offense took advantage.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That's reeled in. It's Smith. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is done.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And that one looked as if it might go all the way. But they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Under fire. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback adapting. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Just keeps slinging it. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Golden Gophers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Making side adjustments here. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Minnesota! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of...
Sends it downfield. Snags it down the right side. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch on the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. The short hands, it's Marshall. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all...
Turning it on! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside kid. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Under fire. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Red pass, it's complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Shoots it to the left. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
The offense changing the play. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. It's been rare to see the Gophers take control in this rivalry like this, but they can almost taste the water from the little brown jug.
No doubt, and that water is tasting good right now. Minnesota doing a great job handling the moment, handling the pressure. Most of the time they're underdogs in this game, doing what they need to do. Now they just got to finish.
Yeah, Michigan just looks shell-shocked at this point. They can't believe what's been happening. But give Minnesota credit, man. They're hitting on all cylinders, and they're just playing at a different intensity level.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Breaks into the open. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Makes the catch. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Rice took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Owls that fired on all cylinders. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The give to the lone running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. He's loose. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And it's up and no good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time. You need to be able to score some points, so either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To the air, it's Underwood. Complete. Lowers those pads. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the catch. It's Simpson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Got enough for the first down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing them over. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Minnesota.
Ready up. Lasso.
Motion from the back. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He'll toss it. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. Grab behind the line. It's Tracy. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
And this is what leaders do at the quarterback position, guys. After throwing 2 picks a week ago, he was able to put that game behind him, refocused himself, got back in the film room. He looks like a different player this week.
The Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Yeah, if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
42, Spider.
Oh, maybe a double pass. Pressure coming. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
25.
On the option. The give to the tailback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. You got running back fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And now on second down for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Slings it downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll do it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Here we go.
Looking for a crease. It's Turner.
I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back has it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Coming up.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, it was not a good day.
And so it's Minnesota who will be sipping the nectar of victory and taking home the little brown jug by beating Michigan. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.